The first thing I'd like to see is I'd like to see them run more motion early to try to create early balance. They are coming like yesterday or whatever day it was. They came right out of the chute and started calling everything for Chaz. Every possession was a quick hitter for Chaz. And I don't personally care for that. I think it creates mindsets among your other players that, eventually I'll get involved in this, but right now is not my time. I would rather see them be heavy motion, lots of balance, get everybody involved early. The other thing I'd like to see, and this happened against Texas quite a bit, Igor had mismatches a lot. There were several times Felix Okpara had a mismatch on him. And I would like to see Coach Barnes go backwards a little bit to when he was at Texas and when he first got to Tennessee and run a little more 3-out, 2-in motion to pound the ball inside to Igor and or Felix when they get a mismatch. He did that a lot with Grant and Admiral. Anytime they had a mismatch, they'd go 3-out, 2-in, and they would get a quick post up and get an easy bucket. I think that's something Igor really brings to the table that we're underutilizing right now. And I think when we go into some of these difficult situations where guys aren't hitting as much as we'd like them to, we need to pound Igor inside and let him go dominate smaller guards who are trying to guard him. And then the last thing I'd like to see is a little more 1-4 high stuff. Coach Barnes is kind of the inventor of the horns set. He created it at Texas where the two post players come out and set screens on either side, ball screens on either side for the point guard. We have a tendency to really struggle to attack the basket, and that's what Jahmai Mashack brings to the table. That's what Jordan Gainey brings to the table. If you go 1-4 high and pull everybody up the court, it frees up the paint and it frees up the baseline. And I think we can hurt teams. There's a cut called an Iverson cut where a wing starts on one side and the two post players set double screens for him all the way across the floor. When that's happening, the opposite wing rotates under across the baseline typically. So defenses have to do one of two things. If they're going to overplay Chaz as he's making that Iverson cut, now Igor or Okpara can slip to the basket and get an easy dunk. If they overplay Chaz and kind of step behind the post players, well, now either Gainey or Mashack is going to be wide open on the opposite wing, and when they catch it, they've got a one-on-one opportunity with nobody in help side. So they can immediately go attack the basket and probably get an easy layup or at least a foul, gets them more engaged in the flow. And if they don't overplay it, if they play everybody straight up, then that means somebody's got to run off a screen from Igor and Felix, chase Chaz from the backside, and then try to defend him after he has the ball before they can get across the court. Pretty good odds we're going to have something positive happen there. So, those are the things I'd like to see. Run motion early to establish balance. Go back to some of your 3-out, 2-in motion stuff from Texas and pound the ball inside to Igor and Felix when they get mismatches and Cade Phillips. And then run a lot more 1-4 high stuff with utilizing the Iverson cut to create some driving opportunities for everybody else.